Chris.
Yes!
You're Atraxa.
Atraxa! You don't actually play her. You just sneak her out in cube.
Our Lord and Savior, sneak attack.
Yeah. No.
Or natural order.
Or natural order. Like.
Or just Green Sun Zenith.
Green Sun Zenith. Here's
wait.
Crap.
No. Green Sun Zenith, you have to pay 7 into it, right?
Yeah.
Like,
but man.
Yeah, but it's from the deck. It's worth.
It's different.
I guess.
But you know what? I Mitchell had issues with it earlier, but I was like, you know what's really good about this Atraxa? Is that when you play like these gimmicky, aggressive like decks, you burn a lot of resources to play them. What this Atraxa does goes, hey, you want to refill your hand? You go, yeah, I do. And then you'll just refill your hand. And on average, depending on how you build your deck, you are more than likely getting you're gonna quote unquote draw 3 to 5 cards every time.
I guess that's fair. The only thing that I find interesting about this Atraxa is that Battle is a new card type.
What?
Read the parentheses.
Oh, you didn't notice that?
You didn't notice that, Mitchell?
Bro, like I said, I'm illiterate. I don't read. Wait, Battle?
Yeah.
What the heck is Battle?
I wish I knew.
So here's the question.
What?
Is
All
it
right.
I wonder if Battle is going to be a new card type in March of the Machines, or
It's definitely going to be a new card type in March.
Should be March of the Machines. I can't see it anywhere else.
Yeah.
We should totally do a video. I actually have a couple ideas for Battle, and I think it would be interesting.
Well, I had a couple ideas too, but I feel like it would be boring if it was just mine was a world enchantment.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Field spells.
Oh.
No, I was actually thinking something along the lines of a Yu spell, but it's only what is it? It's only effective in the combat phase, and then there could be either certain objectives that you reach, almost what's it called?
Wait, what if they're mission style cards?
What?
All right, speculation for another time.
Yeah. That sounds like Battle. Oh.
Wait, that's so interesting because I feel Dungeons, you pull it out from somewhere else, but Battle, you have to have it in the deck. Oh,
No. It's not in the deck. It's like a separate thing, Battle of something. No, you're right. But it is in the deck. Yeah.
It has to be in the deck because it's a card type. That's why it's it's interesting.
You know what? It could work. It could work.
It could still work.
Yeah.
But it'd be
speculation for another time.
Another time. All right. Well, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first about one of my multicolor spells that I like?
You got it, Victor. You got it. I don't have any interest.
I got 2, but I'm just gonna pick one for now. I'm gonna go to Glissa Sunslayer. She's so good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I agree.
Oh my!
Even though I just said I didn't like it, I agree.
I'm such a boring card.
No, because you know why I like this so much?
Because she's not gimmicky like her other versions.
No, her other version's fine because it's a fun build around, but it's I like playing janky strategies every now and then, and I can totally see Glissa Sunslayer, Voltron with some sagas, because remove up to 3 counters from target permanent. I'm just gonna going back on certain chapters and just go to town the Eldest Reborn, or
Bro, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I dig it. I dig it a lot. So at first I thought that I was maybe it's only good against +1/+1 counter decks or something like that, but or against planeswalkers you get it for combat damage.
You don't even need to make it Voltron. You can just make it you can just have her as a 3/3 with first rate death touch, and it's do you want to block her?
Well, that's the thing though. I imagine you want to do a little bit of Voltron just because the keywords are so good, and it's a guarantee you do combat damage. People don't just jump block all the time. So because token occasionally I'm the token player, so I can only imagine it could be very frustrating attacking into a wall of tokens. So, but yeah, like she's just really, really solid. Like, you know, if you don't have any good sagas, you can still draw stuff. Enchantments are always problematic.
I kind of want to build that deck.
Yeah, no,
Saga deck's
Green
kind of
Saga?
wild.
like I was actually thinking about like is this doable on the budget, like a $50 budget?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
I think so, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Totally.
I think Glissa Sunslayer would be such a sweet, like, you know, intro commander for any player, like on a budget, or even if you want to go, because like here's the thing too, is that you can also play other things that have you know, like age counters, right? Like, you know,
Cumulative upkeep.
yeah, like I don't know if like there's any good ones in green and black. The only one I could think of was Mystic Remorse was in blue, but like you know,
Elephant grass.
I don't know what that is, but
It's a one.
I vaguely do.
It's a one drop enchantment from like visions.
I know some
or
visions, but I don't know what it does.
It's basically like a propaganda, but for 1 mana in green, and it has a cumulative upkeep of like 1 or something like that. And I think it's a propaganda, but there's also some restrictions on it. I don't know. I gotta look it up now.
Well,
I bought a bunch out of speculation. Anyway, but removing that like for 1 mana,
yeah, I think that's like pretty sweet. And then there's a couple of interesting things that like you can do. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, there's some. Oh, never mind. I'll bring it up later, like another like after this. But there's other enchantments too that I just thought about.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, but I think overall, I think she is a definitely fun build around. Yes, she can be boring if you just build around the card draw and destroying the enchantment part, but the uniqueness of removing up to 3 counters from target permanent is like really cool. You don't get to see that too often.
That's fair.
All right. Anyone? Do you have anything, Mitchell? Do you have anyone, Mitchell?
I don't know. I mean, I think Glissa was like my favorite, but like you kind of like, dang.
Sorry, I stole your thunder, man. Oh no.
No, you did it. I had nothing to talk about Glissa. I just said I was just saying I like it, but man, it's yeah. I don't know nothing actually. Really.
I got 2 of them.
Okay.
Well, I got a bunch of cards I could talk about for multicolor, but I'm a sucker for 3-drop 2/2 with double strike.
3-drop 2/2 with double strike. Which one's that one?
Go up.
That one?
It's the Boros equipment.
Jor Kadeen?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
like this card's not that good, but I like it.
You know what? I think it's I like it too. It's underrated. If you don't wait, were you saying it's weak? I think the equip production is pretty good for 3-drop.
Well, okay, so 3-drop 2/2s with double strike. That's a baseline. What sets the card?
Yeah, 3-drop for 2/2.
Yeah, what I like the card can reduces mana cost. So it's like okay.
It says of other equipment.
Yeah, so that's cool. And then you look at it itself and you go, equip 5 for just double strike? Never mind.
Yeah, but then at that point, if you just think about it as like kind of like an anthem, then like, or not an anthem, but a mana reducer, like for 3 mana, I mean,
while being an equipment itself.
Right? Let me tell you, my brother in arms, about Arden. He doesn't care about equip cost.
Bro, Skull Clamp. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so now that it's like that, Skull Camp's pretty good. But now that like Victor brought up Arden, it's like never mind. You're right. I'm gonna chuck that shit in the trash.
Yeah, Arden just like makes these things like really solid, especially for budget decks. Like there's some really solid cards I think are going to be fantastic for budget builds.
And going further with like the equipment theme, Jor Kadeen.
Oh, wait, yeah.
I think he's strong, but I think he's kind of boring though.
Wait.
I don't think he's that boring. I think he's boring when you look at him, but he has a lot of different ways to approach him.
You think so? Because I imagine he's like just like another equip draw like payoff. Like it's just a different form, I guess.
You can shove auras on him.
True.
Oh, that's true. You could shove auras on them. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're like,
It's like, yeah.
the way I look at Jor Kadeen is the main goal is to get him to 4 power however you get there. So you can't do like the easy, like straightforward route on him, which is build a bunch of equipment all over the place, swing, have him become a 4 power, and then draw a card. So you can't do it that way. And like with like living weapon and 4 Mirrodin, it's really easy, especially in his own limited environment.
I don't. Are there any enchantments in this set that buff? I think that's been all reserved to all the equipments.
Within the set, no, because this is a more equipment focused set.
Yeah.
But like taking him out of his own set, now you're like, okay, I can play him with auras.
Yeah. And then he draws a card. He's also a bear. I like that.
He's a bear with trample.
He's a bear with trample, but like.
But he doesn't beat Wilson.
No. And then you can also play him with anthems.
You can, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so like all these like small things you can do. I think he has a lot of build routes, but they all do the same thing.
But it's only one card though. It's not like what's that? Wylith? He's a commander. Whereas like whenever he attacks, you draw cards equal to the number of the equipped cards like that's on him.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's a big payout. It's risky, but it's a big payoff.
Yeah, I think Jor Kadeen's safer, and drawing a card every turn. That's pretty good.
Yeah, he's a safer bet. I dig it. Yeah. All right, for me, have you thought about anyone yet, Mitchell, or you want me to go ahead?
No, you can keep going. I mean.
Let me introduce you to Kethek Crucible Goliath. He's a red-black one.
Oh,
this boy. Oh, have you heard of our Lord and Savior of sneak attack? Well, let me tell you, this guy right here helps fuel your sneak attack just like Atraxa. You just have to stack the triggers so that you just sacrifice a creature, and then you basically get the next creature that's on top of your library. And then you're set for the next turn. Or better yet, if you're playing in a non-cube setting and you're playing a commander deck, for example, like Henzi Toolbox, where like you're blitzing creatures, well, you can stack the triggers where, I'll just sacrifice a Kethek, I'll draw the card because of blitz, and then you reload and you're ready for next round, just like a sneak attack. And you can play sneak attack in the 99 just because, it's just in case if Henzi gets too expensive. I think this guy is solid.
Yeah, I think when we talked about it earlier, I was like, yeah, this guy's actually pretty good. Especially if you can take advantage of, like, sneak attack value.
But I'm also looking at it, and it's like sneak attack is strong because you get to play it and then swing. This doesn't allow you to swing.
Wait, did he say that? I thought he said it synergizes sneak attack.
It synergizes sneak attack.
Oh, it synergizes. Okay, I thought we were replacing it with sneak attack.
No, it synergizes with sneak attack, where it provides fuel for your sneak attack, because by sacrificing that creature, using its effect, you kind of like get the next one. Yeah. So similar to Atraxa, maybe not as good because Atraxa gets you like up to 10 cards or up to whatever amounts. But Atraxa's kind of a little clunky in my opinion. At least this guy's on color, and he's still a 4/4 beater at worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Victor, you're just thinking too small. You got to think big with Atraxa.
Atraxa is really. Oh, you know what? If I was to play Atraxa, I played like a reanimator, right? Not quite sneak attack in Q.
Yeah. You can do that. You can play natural order Atraxa too.
Oh, that too. Yeah, she is green.
Or show and tell.
She is blue.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about show and tell.
There's Kaito too that I actually kind of like.
Do you think Kaito's good enough?
I don't know if he's good enough, but this Kaito, I see him as a. He's not tempo like Kaito in what's it called was.
From Kamigawa, Neon Dynasty.
I see this is more of a control Kaito. Because he can stall. Let me check.
Well, I don't know. I think he's kind of tempo-ish, right? Because his +1 lets you kind of, get in for damage. and then his passive will trigger, which lets you like +0 him to draw a card.
You could do it that way, but you can also just +1 twice and stop your opponent from attacking you.
That's true too. Yeah, you can definitely do that too. Yeah.
Yeah, like he's like, I was just looking at this guy's really good at like wasting time. And then his -2, yeah, you can get like a drone that with Death Touch, and when it dies, you gain life.
Very controlling.
Yeah, I think this card's actually probably. I would play this card if I have room for it in my cube.
I don't know. That's a very interesting aspect because when I read the part about like dealing combat damage, I was thinking about you still want to be aggressive.
Yeah, but you don't have to activate that ability, or even if you do, like you can +1 twice and invalidate targets.
No, you only get to +1 twice if you deal combat damage.
Yeah, if you connect, which I can see you easily do that with this card. Or you can +1 to deny damage and then 0 to draw a card.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I dig it. The OTP is not completed. Kaito is with the Emperor.
Yep.
Which I'm happy about.
Yeah.
They're like new characters that like I'd rather have. I don't know. I think they're likable too. They also had a video together, right? The freaking
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah, they did.
Oh man, I just saw. Go to Kaya real quick.
Okay, I'm going to Kaya.
That's the ugliest mana cost next to Nissa's. That's all I wanted to say. Nothing else mattered. That's an ugly clunky mana cost.
But it's because she has hexproof.
That's okay. She can have hexproof, but that that mana cost is hideous.
What is this ability?
You draw 2 cards and each opponent may scry 1.
What?
Don't pay attention to it.
It's alternative creature enchantment if it wasn't an what? What is that card? It's not even.
It's interesting.
I guess, but it's also. Why?
Wait, did you guys even read Luka?
Oh, I think Luka's solid. Yeah, I think he's fine.
I think he sucks.
You think he sucks?
Yeah, like he actually might be solid, but like I look at he does nothing strong, nothing interesting.
Bro, he baits a 3/3 Phyrexian beast with toxic. That's right. You just looked at it as 3/3.
I think it's fine. Because I don't know. And the way how I see it is that he makes you a board if you don't have a board, and also blocks. And then also he makes mana so you can ramp. You're probably playing some sort of Gruul Stompy list. And then once you ramp and you play like your Stompy creature next turn, it may be a little bit too slow, but your -4 lets you clear the pathway to get your Stompy in. I think he's solid. He's nothing crazy, but it works.
Yeah.
If anything, I think Tyvar is actually pretty cool.
I've been seeing the praises of Tyvar. I'm not sold on him, but I'm seeing it.
Like, I think it's fine because I really like his passive effect. It's so good.
Yeah,
and not to mention, okay, this doesn't really apply to like maybe it does to apply to Cube, but for Commander, this I don't think it's good enough for CEDH, but this with Hermit Druid, I like it a lot. Like I'm surprised, Mitchell. Like you could test this out in your Hermit Druid deck.
I'll think about it
because like your Hermit Druid deck doesn't have haste, right?
No. Yeah.
And then on top of that, if someone like dicks you over and kills your Hermit Druid, you could just slap down Tyvar, assuming that he doesn't get countered. You're -2, you mill 3. And then guess what? You just return your Hermit Druid back to onto the battlefield.
Oh, that's actually kind of good.
Yeah, I think he's pretty cool. He's not bad.
All right, I see where you guys are coming from with that.
Yeah, you just.
I can also see if it's like they remove Hermit Druid, like you can just rely on the untap of one target creature, and it's like if you run a bunch of dorks like I do, and like just tap on tap to generate more mana for what's it called is it Thanos?
Oh,
Thanos?
Thassios.
Thrasios, yeah.
Yeah, you can either power out mana for either Thrasios or Tassiger or whoever it may be.
Yeah,
Like I like him. I think he's solid.
I gotta look at his other variants.
No argument here.
Man, you're all finding cards that in the multicolored section that.
Well, those ones are the ones I think are cool. The other ones, I think they're but not really worth really talking. Should we move on to artifacts then?
I was like, do I want to talk about Nahiri real quick? I mean, the only thing with Nahiri is just I see that she's terrible other than that 0.
The 0, yeah. I think she's terrible other than the 0.
I mean, the +1 sets up for this.
Yeah. Actually, she has 2
I just
+1s.
I just don't understand the first +1. The first +1 just feels bad. Like
I think it's because of Commander. Because people are like, Commander's the new format. I feel like this +1 is strictly for Commander.
I just want to bring back the good old days after a certain day.
Oh, actually.
Oh, I'm gonna cut off Mitchell's thought real quick, but
You're fine. I'm still gonna hold it.
Okay. What I saw, what people are talking about with the +1 is that it actually protects her from being attacked.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it does, huh? Attacks a player instead of her. Okay. All right, that's interesting. That's an interesting way to do it.
Yep.
It's like, I like hurting myself. I must protect Nahiri at all costs.
Why can't she be like Gideon? Gideon was like, hit me, not the player. He's my friend.
Yeah, Gideon is the best Chad.
Nahiri just thinks about herself. She doesn't care about others, right?
Yeah, she's selfish. Unless you're a loved one, then she'll change her mind.
No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I saw that +1. I was like, wait, actually, that +1, like.
Damn, you guys are slick. Because I was just here like, I feel like it's so useless. It doesn't. I guess it does protect her.
It's kind of protection. Should we, do you guys have anything on the artifacts other than like the spell bombs or the scroll bombs?
Oh, you're missing the big one.
Which big one am I missing?
Go down.
Where am I missing?
Yeah.
Vivisection?
No, the Sword of Fortune Frontier.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we haven't gotten to that point yet. It's not on here. What am I looking at? You mean this?
Yeah.
I forgot about this, to be honest.
I think this is like the second best sword for any deck.
The second best sword in any deck?
Yeah, I'm that bullish on it.
I thought it'd be maybe like number 3 on my list, but that's because of like Commander. Like number 1 would probably Sword of Fire and Ice, then Feast and Famine, and then Fortune Frontier. But I guess you could argue that it could be number 2.
Yeah, it's subjective, but yeah, like my number 1. I don't know if you're Mitchell. Your number 1 in the Sword Cycle is Sophie or Sword of Fire and Ice, but mine's is.
Yours is Sword of Fortune Frontier.
Number 1 is Sword of Fire and Ice. Number 2 is Sword of Fortune Frontier.
Oh shit! Wait a second. No, wait. I actually really like Hearth and Home a lot too, because I actually got to play with it.
Hearth and Home doesn't work. Yeah, but doesn't work every time.
Not all the times, but when it does, though, it's so good.
Yeah. But like Fortune Frontier works all the time along with Sophie, which is why I like them. Yeah, I knew like you didn't like the sword at first, but now that like you heard that, you're like, wait a minute.
It digs you deeper. It digs you deeper than Sword of Fire and Ice. The only downside is that you don't get the 2 damage ping though. So
I need to look at all the other swords, to be honest. Because I like thinking about it now. I'm like, wait.
Like, not all the sword, like, just those two are good in any situation. I get the protections are different, but and that matters too. But in terms of effect, I think this one's number 2.
I don't know, man. Red and green is good protection. Like, I know white and black are king of removal spells, but as of right now, red, you can avoid damage-based board wipes, which is fantastic. Like Blast Act is really good, right?
I was gonna say you could also avoid Dreadbore, Terminate, Bedevil.
Oh yeah, those two. And then for green, it's like you can also avoid
Maelstrom Pulse, Abrupt Decay.
exactly.
Yeah.
But or more importantly, I guess like sneaking past big green fatties and still connect.
Oh, you mean like Elder Gargaroth and Cube?
Yeah, like you can just get past the big green fatties and
Dude.
just like I'm still gonna do my thing.
Next time you're in town, you gotta play with Elder Gargaroth. I hate that card.
Card has so much text box, so much on this text box.
And you know what's great about Sword of Fortune Frontier? Can't be blocked.
Yeah. Sword of Fortune Frontier. I dig it. I like it.
Yeah, but like, here's my reasoning: is that the exiling of 2 cards and being able to play the land is always good.
And then that's the thing too, is like it can kind of pseudo ramp you, assuming that you have a land drop. Or you know what's better yet? Even if you do brick and you hit 2 lands, you can still play both the lands.
Yeah, I like that. It's not pseudo ramping you; it's ramping you if that's the case.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I always love green ramping.
Yeah. Like the other swords, like I get Feast and Famine being really high on there. And I think for commander plays, it's mostly for the untap. It's not even for the discard.
Yeah, it's just the untap because people love like mana.
For me, it's the discard.
Yeah, because you're a stacks player. You want to cripple people. You want to choke them out of their.
Get rid of resources.
But
you know what, Chris? Yeah, I hate that you convinced me.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
the second best sword. It is the second best. I don't like the pros where like its protection. I don't like it.
It's not that bad though, because it's like it's like you can avoid Blast Act. That's actually really good. Like similar to Sophie.
Yeah, and, like it avoids Bolt, and a lot of the meta is kind of green, right? In a lot of play groups. So it does dodge a lot to
you get to kind of like go past their big fatties and just like I still hit you with it.
Yeah. It's just what it is. Like when I really I sat there and I thought about it and went, yeah.
No, I dig it. I dig it a lot. Like I'm just trying to see if like what am I gonna cut to play this in Fagledorn. So good.
Yeah, I'm definitely like cutting I'm gonna switch out sword. I had the red black sword nerfs. Steel and Sinew for this one. Steel
and Sinew is actually pretty good though.
Yeah, but it doesn't work all the time.
It doesn't, but
I don't know. In my decks, what do you mean it doesn't work? Oh, sorry, I'm not looking at it as like a perspective. If it's cube,
because it's like in Commander, it's like you have 4 times or 3 times the likelihood of getting a nice target for sort of Sinew and Steel. And artifacts is always a meta thing. So like no matter what, I feel like it's so common. People run Soul Ring all the time.
Yeah.
So, but in cube, not
it depends on what you're playing with.
But you know what sword of Sinew and Steel pops?
Planeswalkers.
Sword of Forge and Frontier.
Yeah.
Oh. Is that your argument to say that it's the more superior sword? Is the superior the most superior of the swords?
Like I forgot how to speak English. He was so amazed.
Yeah.
You could think that it is the most superior out of them all because you can destroy them all. It can destroy itself. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
The sword's too powerful. It needs to go.
The sword's so good.
Yeah, like just Fortune for. And the other thing to evaluate swords on is just how much mana would you pay for this effect? And this is actually pretty on the course with 2 mana.
Well, isn't it 5?
Oh, 5, yeah.
It's 5, but it gives you +2/+2 and pro red and pro green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good already for 3 mana. Which is that's good for 3 mana already, and then the extra 2. Is the effect worth the extra 2? And it's like, yeah, it is.
And then that second ability, where it's like you may play an additional land, it doesn't have to be from the exile. It can be just from your freaking hand.
Yep.
That's
Oh yeah. Oh shit, even better.
Yeah, I mean, that part doesn't work all the time. But exiling the 2 cards is never bad.
just pro. I don't.
Join us.
Yeah. Yeah, I get where he's coming from, because I didn't like the card at first, and then the protections were like, oh, the protections kind of suck.
At first I didn't like it either. Then I was like, you know what? I think it's pretty solid because like I had like high hopes that the what I really wanted the red green like sword to be was like the red part be like destroy target non-basic land, and then green is like it gets you a land from your graveyard back to your hand or something like that. But I'm like, oh wait, but that's a little bit too situational.
Land destruction in
Yeah,
modern times.
Dude, I wanted like it has to be non-basic, of course, but that's what I was thinking because I was like, what has red for like in the swords, right? Because they're trying to like encapsulate every aspect of that color. So Sword of Fire and Ice, it's dealing 2 damage to any target. Unfortunately, Sword of War and Peace is still damaged, but it's based on the common number of cards in hand. And then Sinew and Steel is destroying an artifact. Okay, that's cool.
Yep.
And then what else am I missing? Red, white.
It's this one, sword.
Yeah, exactly. So then I was like, okay, well, what else can red do? And I was like, oh, destroying lands. I was like, oh, destroying any land would be too strong. Probably has to be non-basic. That was just my thought. But this overall, though, I think the exiling off the top 2, that's solid. Yeah.
Got nothing else to say about the sword, so I'm good here.
Any other artifacts you guys are cool, like digging?
I think we could just I don't know. I mean,
I'm just here like, why the hell is there another Silax?
There is.
Yeah, I'm like why is there the filigree Silax? Is there going to be Norn Silax next or something? Like,
it could be.
I just think it's funny because we had Karn Silax, and then we had Urza's Silax, and now we have the filigree Silax. I'm like,
oh, it's just can I just play Silax Tribal now? Just
yeah, like I just think it's kind of funny.
I was like,
it's like I want to talk about the staff, but I don't. So
staff is aight.
I think it's cool, but I don't think it's super duper busted. I just think it's very flavorful.
Soulless Jailer is something. I don't know how to.
Oh yeah, that's right. Soulless Jailer is actually a pretty decent card for stacks. Like only downside is that I wish it was a 1/4 or a 1/3. Because like I like playing stacksy decks that can at least like attack and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
I mean, 0/4 is it's a pretty big butt. Also, why it?
What?
Is it 0/4?
That's what I'm saying. It's like okay. I wish it was a 1/3, but an 0/4 does protect. It does block a lot of things.
It does
block a lot of things, and that's what I don't like.
It doesn't die to Lightning Strike or Lightning Bolt either.
This is true.
Yeah.
I think this is a tech. This should be a sideboard card.
Definitely.
Most definitely.
Because I think that non-creature spells, graveyards or exile, that's pretty strong.
The first part's Grafdigger's Cage. What's that second part?
Is that even a? Oh, I don't think. I think the Jailer. Isn't there just like the Soulless, not the Soulless Jailer, but there's another Jailer from like.
It might be that, but no, the stack thing on this card, it's strong.
Yeah. I'm surprised it has two parts to it.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
you got a point. Why is there 2 parts? Oh well.
I think one card. Okay, so then the idea
spread-
is that
spread.
the permanent cards from graveyards can't enter the battlefield is counting your permanents, right? And then the second part is just non-creature spells, so it's your instants and sorceries. So you can't flash things back, or you can't jumpstart, or cast things
Or-
from exile.
It's not even that. Also, it's also like you can't. I mean, I guess you can't cast enchantments from the graveyard. They're usually brought back through other means.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
why they have that part where it can't enter from the battlefield, or can't enter from the graveyard. I mean,
You know what card
Oh, that's true.
gets around this card? Conduit of
Mm.
Worlds.
because you're casting it.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because I feel like if you're casting from the graveyard, it can't enter
it
from the battlefield. You know what I mean? Like,
It's on.
No,
it goes on stack.
Yeah, it goes on. It moves from
Oh,
the
okay.
graveyard onto the stack to then be played.
okay,
All right.
ding conduit in the world, you got away this time.
Got him, guys.
You got away this time. Lands? I don't think there's anything special about.
The lands are kind of meh. Like this, I think the type sphere is very cool, but
this
I
year's.
don't think they're that impactful. The only one that I think is really cool is probably Seed Core, but that's only because that one actually might get seen as like a 1 or 2 of in Modern Infect.
I can see that.
I can't,
Yeah.
but time will tell when I'm wrong.
But see, the thing is that in the infect cards, aren't they errata to be Phyrexian?
They are,
Yeah.
but that's the thing is like you don't want to play too many because you need to have enough colored sources to play your pump spells and stuff like that. But like
Yeah.
having 1 or 2 of these doesn't hurt because it's an extra pump when you don't need the extra mana. Yeah,
I
it
think
works.
that extra pump is pretty strong.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
it.
I like the. Yeah, that's it. I
Otherwise,
like the way that these lands look, but other than that,
the reprints are good. Blackcleave Cliffs and Dark Slick Shores. Like I know those have been going up because of Modern.
Yeah, the reprints are good. What's the other card that got reprinted? Phyrexian Arena will probably never come back up now. I think
Well,
that
probably
that's a-
not.
I think that
I
card's
can see it being
decimated. Oh wait, there's Mirror and Safe House that we didn't touch on.
Do you think the Mirror Safe House is good?
No.
I think it's kind of meh because there's a card called Mana Refractor, and that came out in Commander 2016, the 4-color decks, and it has all the mana abilities of lands on the battlefield, and that doesn't get played. And it's a mana rock. It enters tap though, so maybe it enters tap. So maybe that's the reason why it's not good enough. But this one, I don't know. I'm here like it has to be in the graveyard.
I think time will tell.
I play by 3 mana Flooded Strand. I play by 3.
I don't understand why that was the mindset with everyone. I was like, what are you going on about? I could play another Misha's Factory.
Yeah, I can see.
I was thinking about like you strip mining someone's Gaia's Cradle. I'm like, I play a 3 mana Gaia Cradle. Oh, and then like and then tap it and be like, oh, I got 5 mana, so I net 2. Hell yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Actually, is there a land that can untap itself? Is there a green land that can untap itself?
Hold up. We're finding. See, there you go. Someone's probably found it already.
Or maybe not. I don't know. I mean, probably. We got. I mean, green land untap. Google right now. Okay. Images. No, like it has to be like I think it's like some old. It has to be some old land. Like.
I'm looking it up right now.
I don't know what the keywords that you would search for. Are you on Gatherer like to find like?
I'm on MTG Familiar. I typed in the word untap, and then what type do I want? I just want lands. Like,
maybe it's in a set like was it? Is it Shadow War? Or what's it? What's the one set that has a Wither?
I don't think we're there yet.
We're not there yet.
No.
Okay.
Teferi's Isle is actually an option.
Oh, it doesn't even have to be green. That's right. You could just stack your graveyard to a land that just untapped.
Yeah.
Scorched Ruins. I'm finding stuff like lands that sacrifice themselves.
No, unfortunately, the only one I can think of is like Deserted Temple, but that's like you pay 1 to tap to untap target land, so you kind of lose a mana.
Maze of Ith.
Oh, I did think about Maze of Ith.
Or actually,
Lotus
wait,
Field.
no, you can. Oh no, that doesn't work. Ah, crap. Dang it.
I think there's a lot of options. I'm seeing them right now.
Like, yeah, you could totally. The card's playable, maybe, because it doesn't enter tapped, but I don't know. I don't really have high hopes for it. Because it has to be in the graveyard, right?
Yeah, I think this is a card I might appreciate with time, though.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. It's damn. We've been going on for 2.5 hours now.
We haven't even talked about the commander cards yet.
I don't think this has them on there.
No.
I think you gotta put a filter on Scryfall to let them know.
I could go down to promos, buy a box, showcase. I'm not going all the way down. I mean, it might be all the way down.
What if I told you I was blind? I can't see the commander cards.
I'm illiterate and I can't read what commander card.
Let me check if there's any commander cards worth looking at, though.
There's a few.
I know people are super hype on Chiskoria.
I guess I could.
On who?
Chiskoria.
Chiskoria, what?
Chiskoria is the dragon.
Well, maybe we should do another, like.
Yeah, we could have another session where we talk about, you know, I think that's fair, right?
I think that's fair.
Otherwise, I think we had a great talk. Honestly, I had a lot of fun discussing about some of these cards.
Yeah.
I just said.
I'm sure. Sorry.
No worries. I was just saying, like, you know, I had some good enthusiasm about the set, but you know, I got some more enthusiasm.
I was not hype on this set, and but talking to you guys, fixed some of it.
Crap. I didn't want to hype you up for this set.
I know. I wasn't feeling this set. Like, I was like, nah, I didn't buy anything either, and I still don't plan to buy that much.
Well, you gotta at least get yourself that sword or some singles, right?
Yeah, well, I feel like that's a given.
Yeah, but otherwise, like, I think the set's pretty well designed. Like, I don't think it's overpowered, but time will tell. We'll see how it goes. I just hope that Wizards actually continues to give us support for some of these mechanics, like Toxic and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'd rather have Corrupted a bit more focused on, since we already have Toxic Effect combined.
Well, we do have, you know, just spoilers for next recording session, but one of the decks is actually based around the Corrupted mechanic, Toxic and Corrupted.
Yeah, so we can really do a deeper dive on that one.
Yeah, so that's a good thing. So, but the question is, like, we don't know if it's going to be enough, and only time will tell, or actual playtesting will, you know, we'll see.
Yeah.
All right. Did you guys want to wrap things up here?
I don't think I got much else to say. I think we said a lot.
Awesome.
All right. With that being said, do you guys want to just end it?
Yeah, I think so.
We can end it.
All right.
Be a full send.
Yeah, cool. All right. So, we're signing off. Just if you caught us now or if you skipped towards the end. Again, my name's Chris at Wake Up Gaming. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel at Wake Up Gaming, please subscribe. If you're seeing it over at Mahou Shounen, please subscribe there. And we could use all the support because we're kind of small.
Yep. And then my name is Victor, and I'm working on a name. It could be anything from Massive Banana, Titanic Cucumber, or maybe it's just my generic username on YouTube. But I'm thinking about streaming. I've just been so busy and so overwhelmed with my dogs.
Oh, the demons.
They're cute little demons. They're like little fuzzballs. For you guys who don't know, I have two dogs. I have a Shiba Inu and I have a Pomeranian.
Oh dang.
Yeah, so they're really cute. I'm not gonna lie, but oh, they are sassy. They're a handful.
And I'm Mitchell, also Blueberry Lover. You can follow me on Blueberry Lover on YouTube, and then along with Victor, we also have a YouTube channel called Mahou Shounen, and we also upload this podcast up there too. So please like and subscribe over there too, as well as Chris's.
Yep.
Maybe one day we'll actually record our online, EDH games from Cockatrice.
Oh, we can definitely do the Cockatrice games.
Oh yeah.
The paper games are the issue, but we definitely want to get around to doing that one.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, and then comment down below if you're watching a recording of this, if you want us to go over any other content like budget decks or deck ideas, or technically you guys did a white elephant, and that was it went pretty well. So that could be something that we could talk about next time too.
We love budget.
Yeah, well, like sometimes you get tired of playing the same old, and it's always fun to like be creative. Setting limitations is not necessarily a bad thing. You have to think outside or technically within the box because you have a budget, but
Yeah.
that's besides the point. Within the box.
That's why I like Cube. Cubes play different depending on your budget, and you can feel it out. But,
All right.
All right. Well, close it off, Chris.
All right. Later, people.
Good night, everybody, or good morning. I don't know.
Later, daters.